at any time. Though here the some of the current information can be included. The following activity should be entered timely. Those includes here the vital signs. If the patient is admitted in the intensive care unit, the vital signs should be monitored every hourly and it should be recorded in the case sheet of a patient. And also if the patient is present in the ward or the general ward, the special room, the vital signs should be monitored in the third hourly and we should be recorded in the flow chart. And these vital signs can be monitored depending upon the disease conditions of the patient whenever necessary, and we need to monitor correctly and we need to record it at that particular time itself. So this is a very important. So by recording the vital signs only we can assess the response of a client. So we can observe that any deterioration occurs or not by assessing the pain assessment of a client. And also we need to administration of medications and treatment. If we can provide the any therapeutic procedure to the client, if we administer any type of medications, we need to record it in the case sheet of a patient. And if the patient is underwent any diagnostic side, that day wise and timely wise we need to maintain and we need to record it. And also the if the patient is underwent any type of surgery, we need to record it. And also the patient we need to maintain the status of a patient, either it may be wrong or right. What we have noticed we need to maintain immediately, and we need to maintain immediate actions to the patients. That includes admission, transfer, discharge and death of a patient. Anything occurs, we need to maintain a clear history in the documentation format. So next here some of the types of recordings are there. So those types of recorders like patient critical recorders and individual staff records and ward records, and the last one is administrative record with educational value. So here the common ward records includes patient clinical records. In the patient clinical record, the progressness of the clinical patient we need to maintain. The staff attendance should be recorded and maintained by in the ward, like whether the staff member is present or not, and which shift the patient staff member is present. And also we need to maintain the leave record, and also patient assignment, which are the roles should be assigned to the staff about the particular client. And also the student attendance record. Here in the wards the students may be also posted for a training of student training. So for them also we need to maintain a record. And also ward indent record, what all the indent should be needed for the ward, and inventory, what are the needed inventory should be record should be maintained by the wards or the ICC. And also here the equipment maintenance record and the movement record should be maintained. See, for example, if the one movement like thermometer is given given from the female general ward to the male general ward, that should be kept in written document in the record with the name and date and equipment and who is given her name and signature. And we need to take the who is taking the equipment or the instrument, and we need to take the signature from her also. When we are handovering to the equipment, we need to sign over there itself. And also the ward incident record, some of the incidents will occur like brokening of BP apparatus and thermometers and some of the instruments. Those incidents should be recorded in a incidents record book. And also we need to maintain a infection survival recorded, and we need to maintain a ward quality indicators. So some of the methods of documentation here, the documentation should be in a process of narrative charting. It should be in the form of precise and concise manner. And the next one is source oriented charting. So here the source should be included in the health department members like psychiatrist and specialist and whoever maybe provide the comprehensive primary care to the patient. So and also the problem oriented medical record or the nurses or narrative notes. So here we can structure and use the logical format called as SOAP. The SOAP is subjective data. Subjective is nothing but what the patient is giving the information is called as subjective data, and the next one is objective data. What we are observing on the patient, about the patient on patient by our eyes, is called as objective data. And assessment includes that what we are thinking about the planning and interventions. This is called as assessment. And the last one is P per plan. What we are going to do or what we are going to plan the actions to be provided to the client is called as problem oriented thinking recording. Next one is pie charting. So pie charting described as here the P is transfers problem statement, and I is transfer intervention, and E is transfers evaluations. So for example, the patient reports a pain at surgical incision, as like pain assessment is like 7 out of 10 on pain assessment scale. I intervention includes here the given morphine 1 mg IV at 11:55. So the morphine is the painkiller here. Anti-analgesic drugs. So the evaluation includes here the patient reports of pain as 1 means here out of 10 means here the pain should be reduced by the client at 11:59 minutes. So here the focus charting includes, it is a method of identifying and organizing the narrative documentation of all clients' concerns. And so narrating is nothing but the story writing. So all the information like the information of the patient about the admission and the transfer and treatment. The treatment should be provided on which date and which time, and the therapeutic procedure administered on the patient at what time and what date. It should be maintained in clear manner. So here includes for example of focus charting is example 1. For the patient is complaining a pain at incision time, that is about 7 out of 10 pain scale. So here repositioned for comfort as Demerol like 50 mg IM given. So here R states a decrease of in pain, feels much better. So here the focus charting includes the date and time on 9th September 2019, and the focus is on about the acute pain because the patient is experiencing the pain and complaining the pain and related to the surgical incision, and the progress note should be included like that. Patient reports pain at pain as having as 7 out of 10 on according to the 0 to 10 scale, and morphine should be given to the patient, that was about 1 mg IV at 11:55 p.m. and the patient reports again as decreased the pain score is 1 out of 10. So this is a report where the focus done by the date and time and the what is the status of the pain, previously administering the medication and after administering the medication, and the treatment should be given at what time, what date, how much mg and how much through what route we have given, that should be focused. So this is called as focus charting reporting. And the next one is charting by exception. So here it includes the nurse documents only deviation from pre-established norms, that was like documentation only abnormal or significant findings. So the nurse should avoid the lengthy, the report should be documented in precise and concise manner, and it should be in a legible manner. So and also by using the computerized documentation, it is an very important, and also by using the computerized documentation it consumes the time and it saves the time to do more works to the patient, and also it increases the legibility and accuracy, and also it is provides a statistical analysis of data as fast as. So the case management process include, it is a methodology for organizing client care, through an illness using a critical pathways. And also here the critical pathway includes and provided the comprehensive primary care by the multidisciplinary team members by using the specific tools, and those includes assessments, interventions, treatments, and the outcomes of a health related problems across a lifetime. So here the some of the forms for recording data, those are includes the codex. So in the codex we need to plan the what are all the things should be done from the session start, means duty starting from 8 o'clock, morning duty starts from the 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock. That should be self introduction and physical examination, mental status examination, what all the medication should be provided to the client, and what are the investigations to underwent the patients, what are the therapeutic measures provided to the clients, and what are the psychoeducation given by the nurse we need to maintain in the codex form, and also about the nutritional balanced diet. And also here the flow charts includes the flow charts like related to the disease condition and protocols which are used in the hospital at the certain wards, and the nurses progress notes, what are the treatment interventions implementation should be done on the patients, and what is the response of the client related to the particular activity or the action should be taken by the multidisciplinary team members as the nurse. That should be recorded in the nurses progress notes. And the discharge summary includes here the summary should be written in the formation of narrative story and should be written in the clear format. The forms for recording data, the flow sheets. So the flow sheets includes here graphic sheets for the vital signs and intake and output record, and skin assessment record should be maintained for the chart record keeping. And also the progress notes includes here the condition of the problems and the complaints, interventions, responses, achievements of a outcome, and also the evaluation should be included in the nurses progress notes. And also discharge summary includes here the client's status at admission and discharge, and the brief summary and of client's care, interventions and the education outcomes, and the resolved problems and continuing need, and what all the reference has done to the clients, that should be maintained clearly, and what are the instructions to given by the respective nurse after what we need to follow even after the discharge from the hospital. So here the reporting includes here it is in verbal communication of data regarding the client's health status, needs, treatments, outcome, and the responses. So here the reporting is based on the nurses process. Like the reporting types includes summary, like handing over or hand off the reports to the one person to another person. Those persons are included in the multidisciplinary team members only. And walking rounds reports, that should be the rounds by the psychiatrist or the counselors about the patient condition. That information should be given to the next shift in charges by the oral communication. It is called as reporting. And also the incidents are occurrence reports. So what all the incidents has done in the duty time of a first shift nurse, that should be explained to the next shift nurse. So it is a very very important thing here. So some of the general documentation guidelines are here. So as a nurse we need to have a correct the client record and maintain a good chart, and we need to have a document each and everything we need to document in a record case sheet of the client as per the schedule, like whenever the patient has got admitted in the hospital, whenever the patient has transferred from our ward to another ward, and what all the investigation has done on particular date and at what time, that those things we need to, what are all the referral has to be done, and with whom the counseling sessions has been done, at what time, how much time has to be taken to the counseling session. Those are all the things should be documented in a record. And also we need to maintain the date and time and for each entry, and also we need to put our signature with a label letters with the use of time and date. And also we should not leave the spaces in between any entries, because if we leave the space, there may be chances of overwriting by someone. so that make an legal mistakes again. So we should see that there is no space between the entries, and if unfortunately any mirrors occurs in while documentation, we need to cut out within single line. We should not overwrite over there, and we need to keep a single line on that, and we need to sign our with full explained letters with libel letters, and we need to keep a date and time, and also we need to use the question marks to indicate the direct client responses. When the client is admitting to our ward like ICU or the general ward, we need to communicate with the patients to document the chronological order of complaints by the client. So we need to use the permanent ink. We should not use the temporary ink mark like pencils. So there is a chance to erase by someone. They can write some wrong information. So to avoid those over mistakes, we need to use the permanent inks. And also we need to document what are all the calls are attempted, and what are all the things should be, what are the conversation should be done through the mobile calls or phone calls that is related to the patient condition. We need to record each and everything. So here the some of the minimizing legal liability through effective record keeping, that should be maintained very clearly. We should mention date and time, and eligibility we need to follow, and performance should be clear, and correct spelling we need to write, and we need to put a signature whenever we done the over mistakes or the mistakes, and whenever it is needed, we need to put a signature after providing the medications to the patients, and after providing the therapeutic procedure to the patients needed to the clients depending upon the condition of the client. And also we need to maintain the accuracy, sequence order, and we need to write the document the records like appropriate manner, and we should complete the sentences. We should not leave in between in the sentence, and the information should be in the precise and concept is manner, and it should be right in an accepted terminology. And the correcting errors, if you done any spelling mistakes in an chart, we should not discard that. We need to recopy that information, and we need to put another sheet with an correct spelling, and we need to keep it in both in one sheet, and we need to write that copy on copy. So do not scribble out the charting, and we should avoid the excessive errors, and we should be very careful when we are recording. We should not see that any error should be done in the recording, and we need to follow the facilities policies according to the health organization, either it may be the government hospital policies or it may be the private health organizations. And do not alter charting, and it is a very legal document. So because the documentation is very very important, so we need to have a concentration about on all the activities which are taken by the comprehensive psychiatric mental health nurse, by providing the actions of means providing the comprehensive primary care to the patients. So in this, the provision, the documentation plays a very vital role. Thank you.